Symbols of style, sophistication, and status, luxury watches are more than just timepieces. It's understandable why many people consider having a luxury watch to be a dream come true. These timepieces have outstanding characteristics that set them apart from the competition and are painstakingly made using the finest materials. The ideal luxury watch can be difficult to find because there are so many alternatives available. Welcome to the channel, subscribe and let's dive in. We dig right in with this look into, which is devoted to examining some of the top luxury watch brands available today and provide insightful information to assist you in making a wise choice. We have everything covered, from timelessly elegant designs to cutting-edge features. Here we go. Hublot. Not all high-end watch companies require a century or more of history to be respected. An example of it is Hublot. The world's first watch with an integrated, natural rubber strap was developed by Carlo Crocco over the course of 3 years, but Hublot didn't make its debut until 1980. Crocco later joined forces with Jean-Claude Biver, who rose to the position of CEO for Hublot as success increased into the 2000s. The Big Bang chronograph, which Biver developed and oversaw, would revolutionize the watch industry in Hublot. When the Big Bang was a success, Biver's ambition for Hublot was realized when the watch received multiple design and horology prizes, finally leading to the company's acquisition by LVMH. Even now, the Hublot Big Bang is an instantly identifiable design that the company has continued to develop and improve. For someone looking for a wristwatch that is cutting edge in terms of the materials it is made of as well as the contemporary, impactful, and bold design it uses, a Big Bang would be the perfect choice. Ulysses Norton. While the Ulysses Norton we know today is linked with bold, forward-thinking, and occasionally futuristic avant-garde designs, this luxury watch manufacturer built a name for itself by offering the most precise and dependable marine chronometers to dozens of the world's military fleets from 1846 to 1975. Ulysses Norton was founded with the specific purpose of making chronometers that are very accurate, intricate, and seaworthy. Unfortunately, mechanical horology of the kind that the brand practiced became obsolete with the onset of the quartz crisis in the 1970s. Hence, until Rolf Schneider eventually bought it, Ulysses Norton vanished into oblivion. In order to revive the brand, Rolf and his team did so while paying homage to its past and making sure it was constantly innovative in terms of challenges and the materials it employed. Cartier. Louis-François Cartier established the Paris-based Cartier company in 1847 with the goal of establishing a reputation for offering ostentatious jewelry to European monarchy and high society figures. Men's watches weren't, however, a part of Cartier's product line until much later, in the early 1900s, after Louis had passed the company on to his two sons. However, the most iconic and significant Cartier models were developed during this early 1900s era. 1901 Cartier Santos. This model was created to support Alberto Santos' capacity Dumont's to depend on his watch appropriately while in the cockpit. It was inspired by Santos Dumont. 1917 Cartier Tank, modeled after World War I Renault tanks. Anybody seeking for something with some significant horological roots outside of the conventional Swiss brands would do well to consider a Cartier timepiece. They are also perfect for anyone who favors Art Deco stylings due to the nature of their design ethos. Blancpain. Blancpain holds the distinction of being the oldest watch brand still in use. The history of the renowned luxury watch company dates back to 1735, when Villeret, Switzerland's Johann-Jacques Blancpain first opened the doors to his workshop. Throughout the first 200 years of its existence, Blancpain operated as one of numerous Swiss horological workshops, pushing the limits of technology while also attempting to stay afloat. After leaving the family's control in the early 1900s, Blancpain didn't make its greatest contribution to horology until the 1950s with the creation of the first modern dive watch. When the Blancpain 50 Fathoms was created, cutting-edge diving methods were sweeping the globe. In order to keep track of how much air divers have used while diving, there is a need for a more dependable, more complex sort of gadget. The 50 Fathoms met that necessity, paving the way for all subsequent modern diving watches that would follow. In reality, all you're looking at is a 50 Fathoms if you're thinking about buying a Blancpain. If you're considering a 50 Fathoms, you likely want to be the diving watch king or queen. A. Lange Senne. Most German and non-German brands measure themselves against A. Lange Senne as the gold standard of quality. Ferdinand Adolf Lange started his workshop there in 1845, and it was the brand that made Glashütte the center of German watchmaking culture. Lange Senne had to change its focus from making exquisite pocket watches to making timepieces and equipment for the military during World War II. Lange Senne technically came to an end with the end of World War II when the Glashütte factory was destroyed in the closing stages of the conflict. Ferdinand Adolf Lange's great-grandson Walter Lange, years later, in 1990, resurrected the company. Lange Senne is now a force to be reckoned with thanks to the work of him and his team. Omega. For someone seeking a high-end luxury timepiece with deep roots in Swiss horological history as well as a legacy of pushing boundaries, inventing, and consistently attempting to live the ethos of pushing forward while also being respectful of the past, Omega would be a perfect brand. Omega has always used accuracy and cultural impact as its compass points. In La Chaux-de-Fonds, Switzerland, a modest watchmaker by the name of Louis Brandt established his small watchmaking business known as Louis Brandt and Fils in 1848. That seed needed more than 45 years to develop and be nurtured by Louis Brandt's sons, Louis Paul and Caesar. The two brothers recognized the promise in what their father had developed, and they relocated the business to Bienne, Switzerland to produce the movement that would revolutionize everything, an exceptionally precise movement for the time that allowed manual winding and main crown time setting. The brothers made the decision to rename their entire timepiece firm after the revolution movement since it had such a profound cultural impact and helped to propel their company to new heights of prosperity. The movement went under the name Omega. After that, Omega's influence on society only grew as the official timekeeper for the Olympics, the official watch brand for NASA, the maker of the current James Bond watch, and other things. The fact that Omega was the first company to develop the bidirectional automatic movement rotor and popularize the coaxial escapement movement shows how far the company is willing to go horological science. Grand Seiko. In 1960, the world first learned about the Japanese company Grand Seiko. Perfection was the easy-to-understand but challenging objective that fueled the brand's development and mission. Grand Seiko sought to design the world's most precise, dependable, cozy, and stunning timepieces. While the brand has undergone some changes over the past 6 decades, they continue to adhere to their core principles of improving upon their designs, advancing horological technology, and achieving new levels of wrist comfort for Grand Seiko owners. Grand Seiko, however, may perceive perfection in a different way with their design than certain other manufacturers, despite their pursuit of perfection. For Grand Seiko, the purest/most aesthetically pleasing interpretation of a watch's visual inspiration qualifies as perfection in design. Grand Seiko uses a careful, measured, but attentive touch in everything they produce, whether it's a watch to honor the seasons changing and the celebration of cherry blossoms or a timepiece that pays homage to the wind-blowing snow from the Hokkaido mountains. For someone looking for a watch that is beneath the radar yet packed with subtle meaning that would only really be understood by other enthusiasts, a Grand Seiko would be a perfect choice. This evaluation covers a wide range of brands and models, from the legendary Rolex to the cutting-edge Hublot, and offers helpful advice for both buyers and collectors. The Luxury Watch Collection Review provides something for everyone, whether you're looking for a traditional timepiece or a contemporary watch with cutting-edge technology. Watch out because there is more to learn about the fascinating world of high-end timepieces. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.